Hello, everyone. Today's episode is a throwback from my radio show that I just had to bring back. It's a conversation with a beauty queen who started her journey at a very young age, not because she was confident or chasing a dream, but out of necessity. From someone who was used to staying in the shadows to someone who couldn't help but step into the spotlight. Her story is all about resilience and growth. I'm sharing this again to remind you to never give up on yourself. Confidence can be built. Magandang araw po sa lahat ng sumusubaybay dito sa Konting Kaalaman, Malaking Katulungan. Ako po si Attorney Maria Eleanor Rodriguez, ang makakasama ninyo for the next hour dito sa Konting Kaalaman, Malaking Katulungan. Today, I think you'll find the topic interesting. I haven't really touched on this before. My guest for today is a celebrity in the Philippines. She used to be a beauty queen. Well, she is a beauty queen. And she is an actress, an interior designer. Let's bring in my guest, our beauty queen, Miss Alma Concepcion. Hi, Alma.
Hi, attorney. How are you? How's
good.
everybody?
Yes.
Hello to everyone.
Yeah. Welcome to Konting Kaalaman, Malaking Katulungan. So I'm so glad that you agreed to be my guest kasi alam mo hindi pa namin napag-uusapan tong topic na gustong pag-usapan. And as you know, 'di ba, ang title is Konting Kaalaman, Malaking Katulungan because a little knowledge about something goes a long way. And
Yeah.
I really wanna, I guess in this episode, I want to know more about your journey from when you were younger, becoming a beauty queen, an actress, an interior designer, and now a mom. And we were just talking earlier and just found out that we're both Cancerian. Her birthday is July 14, 10 days
Yeah.
after my birthday. So, Cancer women are the most motherly of all women. Kaya, I'm sure you'll agree with me na I think of all the roles you've had in your life, just like me, the best role is being a mother, diba?
That's right. That's right.
Right? Lalo
It's
ka ka.
actually my biggest achievement.
I know, diba? Parang, oh my God, may anak tayo. Let's start from when you were younger. Because I remember the first time we didn't actually meet, or we probably met back then. You were in high school,
Yeah.
right? Saint Scholastica, and you
Yeah.
joined Binibining San Beda.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
I think I was 14 or because my first pageant I was 15, so that was prior to the pageant. So that's around 14, I guess.
So you were really young.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you about because I started with TV commercial modeling. I was 12. I was in high school. Yeah, and then um actually I became serious about modeling because my dad lost his job, and then I just had that instinct to step up. So I started accepting projects for modeling for TV, commercials, print, and ramp modeling to help the family. It's just so happened that
ramp modeling. So
Yeah.
how tall are you? I know matangkad ka eh.
I stand between 5'7" and 5'8". So I think it's around 5'7" and a half or 3/4.
So pag nag-shoots ka na ng mataas, di ang tangkad-tangkad mo na.
But in the international competition, maliit ako. So whenever I compete internationally, I'm one of the smallest. So San Beda thing, the Miss Binibini San Beda happened because all the agents from the commercials, the ramp, the agents that go around, they bring the models. They call it mga racket. So aside from being a Binibini San Beda, I was also one of the muses of San Beda during that time.
Yeah, oo.
I think an alumni was a friend of my parents, and then kaya nadala ako doon.
Mm-mm.
So, and my dad was a Bedan also.
Oh.
Kaya, yeah, and then so I remember joining the pageant for Binibini San Beda and also becoming a muse for Binibini San Beda. It was just like an activity for summer. So from Binibini San Beda, whenever it's summertime, bakasyon, the agents would bring me to pageants. So after Binibini San Beda, the same group of people made me join Miss Hawaiian Tropic Philippines. And that was
Is
the
that
first
next
title.
one? That was that was the next parang pageant na sinalihan mo.
Oh, hindi pa pala. Oh my gosh. My first pageant, like international, national pageant that I joined was Supermodel of the World Philippines. So I was 14.
Oh wow.
I didn't win, and then when I joined the year after Miss Hawaiian Tropic Philippines, yon I won na. And then at age 16, I competed for Miss Hawaiian Tropic International in Daytona Beach, Florida. I didn't win. And I was 17.
Before you 17, go ahead, let me just stop you.
Yeah, 17. When I came back, I competed for Binibini Pilipinas. And I got the title Miss Binibini Pilipinas International. So 18 years old, I competed for Miss International.
So you were 17. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to go back lang sandali. Because I wanted to ask you something about the first one. So going back to the first pageant, you said you were 14, right?
I was 14 for Supermodel of the World Philippines.
Okay. Before we proceed from there, the fact that you joined, was it your idea to join or someone else gave you that idea?
Actually, when you're already in the industry of TV commercials, ramp, and print, you look for opportunities where you can earn and grow. Kasi where I was coming from was not from vanity. I was looking for work. I was looking because my dad was jobless na nga. I was looking. I didn't look at it at 14. Yes. Right?
So
I never looked at it like yung glamour or prestige or fame.
It was work.
I wasn't looking for that. I was just looking for work.
Pero
I looked at it.
If you're able to do that, it shows me that at an early age you had confidence in yourself, right? Because if you were not confident enough, I don't think you'll ever try it. You're gonna be so scared, right? So during that time, how were you feeling? Like, were you confident? Paano?
You know what? All of my batchmates from Saintsco were shocked when I started joining pageants because I grew up with thick eyeglasses, and I was fat.
No.
Alma, yes.
No, come on.
Yeah, because I grew up with asthma, so I took a lot of steroids, and then it made me really, really fat. And I had 32 waistline, and since grade 1, I was wearing glasses. So when we talk about confidence, it's the mas deeper sa akin yung the need to help the then the confidence is a byproduct. Parang when you're like in that situation wherein you have to survive, you can do anything.
That's true.
So when the camera or whatever audition is in front of me, I don't think of the stage fright dissolves when the need to survive is higher.
But did you have stage fright at all before?
Like it disappears when when there's a goal. The goal is to get the project. The goal is to earn.
But before that, bago, before the need came. How were
Mhm.
you? Were you a confident girl
No,
or no?
no. All of my batchmates, or my classmates, and my barkadas, they tell me that I was just quiet,
Mhm.
giggly, tawa lang ng tawa. I was never a leader. I never volunteered in mga drama club.
Mm-mm.
I was always like never alpha. I was not my personality wasn't the loud type.
Oo.
I was just the one of the girls, one of the students.
Mm. Oh, that's why you said
Never fashionable.
guys.
Kilala akong baduy sa school. Kasi I was the second child. So I'm the second child. So I was used to hand-me-downs. Even my uniforms were all hand-me-downs from neighbors. As in, parang nagtataka na lang ako bakit kasi uniform of SACE ko is white jumper, blue jumper and white top, right?
Yeah.
Tataka ako bakit parang yellowish yung sa akin tsaka manipis. Sa luma.
Oo,
So,
oo, oo.
and
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? Even though I knew that I had like hand-me-down socks and hand-me-down blouse, it never bothered me.
That's good.
Parang wala lang. For me, it's not, kaya until now, my friends tell me, whenever I dress up, talagang effort ng ibang tao. Because on my own, I'm so baduy, I'm so basic.
Oo.
So basic, I'm so basic. So,
Talaga.
kaya,
Look at you, you became a beauty queen. So, so yun yung first. So would you say that throughout the years that you've been joining pageants, your confidence was boosted, right? You developed it along the way, right? Kasi
yeah,
nanalo, hindi ka nanalo, hindi ka nanalo. Yun yung nadidinig ko sa'yo, but you kept going. And I know you said because of survival, because you want to do this, because you want to do that. But looking back, don't you think that during those failures, it kind of pushed you more to parang better yourself? The next time I'm going to do this, and in the process, it would have been, it would have, I guess, developed your confidence in yourself. Actually, medyo baliktad yung sinasabi ko, di ba? Pero kasi ako, I'm just saying that because I know other people, the usual is that pag natatalo ka, it dampens your spirit, diba? Most of the time, people do, it happens to people. When they don't win, it dampens their spirit and they don't want to push forward anymore. But because I saw, from your story, na talo ako, I did not win, and yet you kept going. I know you said survival, but I think you also have it in you na you want to show na you can do better kasi ganun ako eh. The more you push me down, the more I'm gonna show you you're wrong, right? The more I fail, the more I get better. So, kumbaga, yung narating ko ngayon, papasalamat nga pala ako sa mga taong nang-api sa akin along the way. Yung mga sabi na hindi ko kaya. No, because of them, kinaya ko. Kasi may pagkasutil ako na, ganun na. I'll show you.
yes.
So, and cancer ka. Kaya nga naisip ko baka pareho tayo na,
Yeah.
no, I can do that. Di ba parang the more na gusto mong lumaban eh. Di ba? Parang no, until you reached it. Di ba? So, would you say na ganun ka rin?
Actually, when I was a teenager, what's nice with the life before the social media, you're filtered and you're cushioned, you're protected. The bashers are so far away. Parang your mental health is more protected, more secure.
Yeah.
I didn't have any of those experiences. It's
Yeah.
what the failures. Parang it was more of self bombardment. When you fail, ang kalaban mo sarili mo eh.
But
so
you
it's more of
up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
more of like whenever I fail, mas nagigigil ako and then I catapult to a better person.
Yeah.
Yun yung maganda sa failure eh. Kasi you become way better.
Yeah.
Kasi like when you savor that emotions of failing, yun, hindi mo akala mo negative siya, but actually it's positive because you will come back with a bang, or come back with a vengeance, or come back with so much gusto.
Mm-mm.
Ano mo yun? So, yun yung, when I look back in my life, dun ko nakikita na, wow, every time I fail, I come out more fierce. I come out fiercer. I
Yeah.
come out with more bigger fire.
And it
So,
develops your character, I think, because for people who always win, parang wala eh. Parang ano yung parang given na, di ba? Parang hindi walang challenge. And I think it's boring kasi ako talagang lagi I have to fight for everything. You know, I have to prove myself. I have to, you know, work hard to get there. Yung hindi yung
mhm,
it's not given handed to you eh, di ba? So I think
mhm.
it develops your character as well. And I think that actually helped you become who you are now, right? So you failed,
Yeah.
and then you became biglang binibining Pilipinas kaagad, oh. 'Di ba?
Yeah, well, it was a long journey kasi nga from 14,
Hmm.
Supermodel of the World, then 15,
Mhm.
Hawaiian Tropic, 16, Hawaiian Tropic International, 17, Binibini. You know what's nice with my experience of the first international pageant I had, which was the Miss Hawaiian Tropic, that was a very educational experience for Miss International. So
Mhm.
kasi during that time, di ba, wala pang internet. So every you only have an imagination of how an international pageant
Mhm.
goes, di ba?
Yeah.
So when I was so shocked with my first international pageant, na parang wow, ibang level, ganyan.
Oo.
So I got that feeling and I used it on Miss International.
Mhm.
Kasi during that time, during the 90s, when you travel, when you compete internationally, ang kasama mo lang isang tao, my mom.
Mhm.
Unlike now, there's team who
Ay,
travels with the
talaga?
delegate. Oo.
Mm.
So ngayon, marami ng mata all around
Mhm.
who can study the competition with you.
Oo.
Unlike during my time, it was all imagination,
Mhm.
and then it was just when you're there, masyashock ka. Parang,
Mm.
oh, 100 girls all over the world, tapos ang liit-liit ko pala. Yung gano'n, wow, they're so buff.
Uh-huh.
So, uh, it was really, really, I think that, my first international competition was actually my preparation for the Binibini Pilipinas, for the Miss International.
So,
And,
you competed Miss International at what age?
uh, already 18, but in
Oh
Binibini
my.
Pilipinas, I was 17.
Oo. Oh my God, talagang yearly, ah.
Oh,
Grabe, walang tigil. Okay.
kasi parang nangyayari kasi pageants became my summer activity.
Ako
Kasi nga, di ba?
volleyball eh.
Parang ang saya kasi for me, parang wow, ang saya, 2 weeks in a hotel. Yung
Oh, di
ganon.
ba?
Yun
And
lang
then you
eh.
have to, did you train to walk? Kasi ako hindi ako ganun ako maglakad eh. So you were trained to walk and, you know, what was your training
Yes.
going into this, the Miss International na, eto na, lalabas ka na ng Philippines. What was the training prior to that?
Actually, my training happened even before Miss Hawaiian Tropic.
Oh,
So there were agents who helped the ramp models
mm-mm.
how to turn, how to walk,
Nako.
and how to do pictorials
Mm-hmm.
so that you'll be comfortable in front of the camera.
Also, tinitrain
Kasi
ka on.
yeah, kasi being a delegate of Miss Philippines, you're like an athlete. You really have to
Of
train.
course, oo. O, kasi
Yeah,
delegate,
mentally, physically.
representative ka ng country mo.
Yeah, para iisipin mo SEA Games yan, ganyan. So hindi pwede like, kaya nga you have to polish every move that you make on stage. Yeah, so there's training.
Ang hirap naman. Hanggang ngayon ba, dala mo yung lakad mo?
Ay naku!
Hindi.
Um, I competed 2019 for Miss Grand Universe.
Talaga?
For moms, yeah. So I retrained with
What was it?
Kasintahan Torres.
Miss what?
Miss Grand Universe. It's a small pageant for single moms. And there's
Oh,
category for married and single moms.
talaga?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a small
That's
international
recent.
pageant.
That's
Mhm.
that's the most recent one then, 2009.
Yeah. So there I was able to represent the country 3 times. So
Oh,
ang kulit kasi ng mga agents ko before. Kasi prior to Miss Grand Universe kasi, there were several pageants for misses, for married women.
uh-huh.
And the agents that I had from modeling, they waited for me to get married para masali ako sa pageants.
You married?
No, it
Oh.
never happened. That's why the first ever pageant for single moms, ako kagad yung sinali nila. Sabi ko, kulit nyo.
Inaabangan kang sumali ay mag-asawa for that. No, you were talking about pageants, right? Alam mo ba, I had experience with that. It's funny because I never imagined myself in a pageant because I'm not the pageant type. Okay, I'm very athletic. I love volleyball. That's my life when I was younger. But then my batch in San Beda, meron kaming Miss San Beda Law naman, right? Ito naman yung law school part. Ksenyo yung sinalihan mo was binibining San Beda, right? So sa Miss San Beda Law, sabi nung batch ko, sumali daw ako. Ayoko talaga. Sige na, please. Wala na talaga. Sabi ko, fine. You know? So sumali ko. Oh my God. Hindi ako marunong maglakad, right? And I remember that the funny thing, one funny memory I have of it is that during the evening gown attire, yung evening attire, di ba may competition din yan, di ba? My gosh, yung mga kalaban ko, tatawagin ka, di ba? Oh, from representing about sophomores, Miss So-and-so, wearing the gown of Pitoy Moreno, Junjun Cambe. Sabi ko, before that happened, they gave us a sheet of paper. O, pakilagay na lang po dito yung name nyo, number, yun, nire-represent mo, and kung sino ang gumawa ng gown mo. Sabi ko, what? Sabi ko, oh my God, sila, ganun nga, mga Pitoy Moreno. So sabi ko sa mga barkada,
Wow.
hindi pwede. Bakit? Imposible man walang gumawa ng gown mo. Meron. O tingnan natin yung tarheta. Walang tarheta yan. Bakit? Sino bang gumawa niyan? Hindi ko talaga pwedeng sabihin yung pangalan, nakakaya. Sino nga gumawa niyan? Si Ka Anita. Tapos titawag yung kapitbahay namin. And how are you gonna say that? Diba? Parang Maria Eleanor Rodriguez representing the juniors wearing a gown of Ka Anita. Diba parang ako nung pinakakawawa naman doon. Alam mo ba yung friend ko? One of my friends, and I'd like to say hi to her.
Sabi mo,
Lilet!
Anita Collections.
Hindi. Nag-isip siya. Si Lilet ito, Vergara. She's from Palawan. She's a lawyer too. I think she's a prosecutor in Palawan right now. Hi, Lilet. Thank you for saving me. Sabi niya, alam ko na. Ito lagay natin. Ang lagay niya, ito na. Tinawag na ako. Di ba? Wearing an evening gown made by Strange. O, di ba? Si Strange,
Wow.
kasi nung time na yun, uso yung Boomerang. I mean, yung movie na Boomerang was out. Si Strange, si Grace Jones, siya yung... So yun, alam mo, pag nung tinawag ko, talagang naglalakad, tawa ako habang naglalakad because naging Strange si Ka Anita. But anyway, I'll not forget that. It was so funny. And, you know, I really never imagined because I'm short, right? And so bagay, Miss San Beda, it's not about height. I don't know what it is about. But I joined it. Nanalo naman akong best in sportswear. O at least, di ba? 2 times ha, the next year ulit. And speaking of that, I remember you during the time na nagbinibining San Beda ka. I'll never forget that. You danced. Meron kayong part na sumayaw kayo. You were wearing parang grunge look ka. Di ba? Parang baggy na pants. And you danced. I remember that. Hindi mo natatandaan?
No.
Oh my God, I'll never forget that. Sabi ko, ang cute-cute kasi nga high school ka, para ikaw yata yung pinakabatang sumali eh. That's why we were looking, oh my God, she's so cute. Tapos yung sayaw mo pa, talagang parang, alam mo yun, kaya hindi kita makakalimutan. Kaya when you became an actor, oh my God. Ay, hindi, nung nakita na kita, I guess yung nga sa Miss Tropic ba yan? I said, oh my God, nasa binibining San Beda yung batang yun, sabi ko. Going back to you. Good memories lang kasi nakakatawa.
Oh, grabe.
So balik tayo sa Miss Grand Universe. What happened there? That was 2019. And where was that?
It was held here in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And July of 2019, they invited me.
Mm.
And then I said, what? Is that for real?
Uh-huh.
And then we had a pictorial. And during that time, I was setting up my store, my Beautyderm store, taking care of the permits, construction. I didn't have a driver and I don't have a secretary. So I was doing everything, the legworks and everything. So my opening was September 14 of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just focused on
the business.
The business. And then the pageant was supposedly at the end of September. I was not thinking of the pageants, but when I started seeing the delegates coming, because I wasn't taking it seriously, I started seeing people from all over the world coming.
And this is real, parang ganon.
Yeah. So after my September 14 opening of the store, I mean, I had Gabby Concepcion, I had all artistas there, Lorna Tolentino, they came. So it was a big event. After the opening, I realized I didn't have clothes yet. So when
Anita, joke.
The funny thing is when the organizers told me that we're supposed to go to the hotel, that was the only time I bought my clothes, like on the way.
Oh my God.
And then they said that, okay, we have a pictorial tomorrow, anything Filipino inspired. So I bought a blue dress. And then when I got there for the pictorial, they were all wearing 10 kilos of big clothes. I have big national costumes. They had their all national costumes. I didn't have any. So I saw a girl wearing she has a malong. So I said, okay, I got a black top and wore the malong lang. And I started texting my designer friends. Oh my gosh, I said, they're all prepared, ganyan. And during that time, my designer was just starting to create my gowns, my national costume and stuff, which was scheduled to be released on the pageant itself. So the pre-pageant, like the pictorial, I didn't have anything. So I said I was so insecure, and because I didn't have time to prepare.
Hindi ka nag-prepare, nga.
Yeah. And then during the pageant night na in Pasig Teatrino, Pasig Theater. I have Pasig basta Pasig Theater. They were all dressed up already by 6 p.m. I was wearing my pants pa din, waiting for my designer to bring the dress and the evening gown, the gown. Later, I will send you a picture so that you can post it. You can insert it here in this video. I didn't have any fitting. I didn't have any, and during my July pictorial, I was 30 pounds bigger. I was, yeah.
You lost 30 pounds in how many months?
2 months.
How'd you do that? We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. We'll talk about it here.
Oh my God.
What? We can talk about it here?
Actually, we can talk about it now because I'm sure a lot of people.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. First of all, I've had that weight for the past 20 years. those extra 30 pounds.
Mhm.
And the first thing I did, I prayed to God. I said, Lord, please help me lose weight. So I prayed. Number one, I
Tandaan
prayed.
niyo, number one, pray.
Number two, what I'm gonna be sharing with you was just accidental discovery. I didn't read it from any internet, from any source. What I did was I stopped going out at night. I just stayed at home 6 p.m. onwards.
Mhm.
And then I said no to all invitations,
Mhm.
parties.
Oo.
So I just ate my own food. I removed carbs, and then I bought a protein shake.
Mhm.
So in the morning, I eat at lunch until 12 to 6. So I did intermittent. And then
Yeah, that
intermittent,
I did that.
yeah, removed carbs.
Mhm.
And then after 6, I have my shake handy. So like
Mm.
there, herbal.
Anong shake? Anong nilalagay mo shake?
Well, I buy from Herbalife.
Okay.
So I take it outside the window. I take it within the window and outside the window. So my solids were only 12 to 6. And then outside the window, I take my shake.
Oh.
Then and you have to weigh every morning. Because when you weigh every morning, you can analyze what you did wrong yesterday if you did it right. For example, you lost weight today. So that means you did something right yesterday, and you just repeat that.
Okay.
So yeah. So when I started noticing that I was losing like overnight, like I would lose 3 to 4 pounds, I nakaka-encourage to do the same. I'll do the same today. So
Alam mo, that's a good thing you said that, because you know the effect on me, and this is something that people out there do not do this because it's really bad. Whenever I see that I lost weight, oh shit, I lost weight, kakain ako.
yeah, it's really
I shouldn't
yeah.
do that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Number one, you just have to start weighing yourself in the morning.
Every day. Okay.
Every day.
Mhm.
And then I lost the 30 pounds without gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
2 months prior to the pageant, I had a sponsor for lipo for hips.
Mhm.
But after my lipo, I weighed myself. My weight was the same. So I didn't lose weight with the lipo.
Oo.
I started losing weight after the lipo, but the doctor told me not to work out. I said, how can I lose weight
Mhm.
without working out? So I lost the 30 pounds without workout because I was not allowed to work out. So
Diet.
what did I do? Yeah, so I became antisocial at night.
Mhm.
I can do my socials like in the afternoon. Or for example, if I have a dinner invitation or bonding with friends, I tell them 6 p.m. So that 7 p.m. I stop eating.
Oo nga. Actually,
Yeah.
that happened to me before then. I did intermittent, and I was busy kasi in court. So, kinakain ko na lang sa lunch, hard-boiled egg and water kasi I have so much to do for the afternoon. Tapos, it really worked, pero I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't just eat the eggs. Anyway, so, okay, so those
Wait a minute. Can we pause?
Okay, so Alma, we know you're a confident woman, clearly, because you've been in pageants. Eto recently, 2019, nasa pageant ka na naman. So I'm sure, may confidence ka sa sarili mo. And having said that, do you believe that the confidence you have in yourself is something that you worked on? Or is it innate in you? Was it developed throughout the years? What do you think? Yung sa iyo. Kasi parang sa iba-iba sa bawat tao eh. Sometimes some people are born confident. Some people work on it. Some people are forced to, end up having confidence because of circumstances that happen in their lives. With you, anong nangyari sa iyo?
For me, I would say I'm a very strong person, but my confidence is definitely developed, and same goes with everybody. You can develop your confidence.
Paano?
I'm still developing my confidence until now. My confidence as a mother, being able to raise a human being, and with all aspects covered, spiritual, mental,
Yeah.
physical, and it's still a work in progress. But ang masasuggest ko sa mga tao is to, baby steps talaga. You have to do baby steps. You have to do your homework, and I believe what you do alone is very important. So what you do alone in your free time, let's say there's 24 hours a day, you sleep minus 8 hours. So that's already 16. What do you do on the 16 hours? Do you spend 2 hours on social media? What do you gain from it? Me kasi, my sacred time is, aside from sleep 8 hours, my 2 hours gym. So that's already 10 hours minus the 24. So I have only 14 hours. What do I do on the 14 hours? So I put an effort to read, to pray, to nourish my mental, spiritual, physical. Kasi nga ano yan eh, dapat equal yung
lahat na
physical,
aspect.
physical, mental, spiritual. So I'm still gaining my confidence in other aspects.
Yourself, right? In other words, you're working on yourself kasi confidence comes from within eh, 'di ba? You don't gain confidence by listening to people praising you. Oh, you're so beautiful, intelligent.
Yeah.
Hindi, mababaw yun because first of all, you don't know if they're really telling you the truth, 'di ba?
Yeah.
You need to know it yourself that within you, you know this is you, right? So, ako, eto lang sa akin. And I keep saying this over and over again to my friends, right? And to people around me. I wasn't a confident person growing up. I was very insecure. I was skinny. I was dark. I had short curly hair, not curly, wavy hair. I didn't like how I looked, and tingin ko, some girls feel the same way, right? You look at in the mirror and you say, but ganito itsura ko. Sana, I hope I wish I looked like her, ganon. And some people idolize actresses, di ba? Kasi magaganda, ganyan. But they don't realize that it comes from within eh. You have to love yourself first and foremost because before people will love you, dapat ikaw muna, di ba? And lahat tayo iba-iba itsura natin. Right? And di ba totoo yung sinasabi na beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder? Right? So, dapat ikaw muna, yung eyes mo muna, maganda ka muna doon bago mo i-expect yung iba na magandahan sa'yo. And you're right, I agree with you that beauty, when I talk about beauty, it's not just physical, it's within. And sometimes other people are not as good looking, but the moment you get to know them and then nakita mo na matalino, mabait, etc., gumaganda eh. Right? Yeah. Talagang yung aura lumalabas. Yung ganon. So when I keep, and of course, eto lang sa akin you have to tell yourself na yun nga na maganda ka, ganito ka. It's not being, eto na papasok tayo sa, are you being conceited or are you just being confident? Sa akin kasi, if you tell yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror and you look like what you see, you tell yourself, I am this. Kasi ako, for me, when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling, yung nag-umpisa nang mag-creep in yung insecurity ko, because other people said something about me, or I felt threatened by someone else, or anything that makes me doubt myself, I tell myself, no, you are beautiful, you're intelligent, you're smart, you have a good heart, you're a good mother, you're very artistic, you're very talented, you can sing, you can act, you can dance, you can play the piano, you can play volleyball, you can do anything you want to do, right? So why would you be insecure? And I keep telling myself that. And sometimes I say it out loud. So nadidinig ng iba, right? And now, iisipin nila conceited ako, right? What they don't know is that that's my way of boosting myself up, of pushing myself up when I feel that I'm starting to doubt myself. And I think it's a good thing to do because sino pa ba ang mag-aangat sa sarili mo? Yung sasabihin na nagbubuhat ka ng sarili mong bangko? Hindi naman masama yun eh. But ito na pag-usapan natin yung thin line between confidence and conceit. Kasi yung confident ka, iba naman yun eh. I'm not like me. I'm not being conceited when I say that. And I keep saying, I say that for myself and I'm not imposing it on anyone. I'm not saying you should think I'm beautiful. You should think I'm this. No, that's how I think of myself. Wala ka nang pakialam doon, di ba? Yun ang tingin ko sa sarili ko eh. So I think that's not conceit. What's conceit? Yung ipupush mo sa ibang tao na, ganito ako ha. And parang gusto mo tanggapin nila na kung ano yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. Maganda ako, hoy. Yung ganon, di ba? So ikaw, what do you think? What is confidence and what's conceit? Where does the line end?
I have to say something about what you said about talking to yourself, because I do that also and it's very effective. But you say it out loud. Me, I write it down. For example, when I'm feeling insecure or somebody's trying to pull me down or making me see that, what I do, I write, I feel bad. I feel like this. And then I talk to myself, Alma, you are like that. You are like that. And let God is justice. Ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. So many times people try to step on me and I did not do anything. I was at the verge of suing. Ganyan. Galit na galit ako. But, whenever I feel anything negative, I write it down. I dissect it. You have to dissect the feeling and you have to pagalitan mo sarili mo. You have to reprimand yourself for feeling that way and write it down. Because when you write things down, things become simple. When you don't write it down, it's overwhelming. But when you write it down, it's always gonna be simple.
Talaga?
It will turn out simple. Yes.
I've never tried it. I've never tried. I write.
Yeah.
But I write poetry when I'm really down. And I guess you're right. Because when I'm really, really brokenhearted, usually,
Yeah.
nag-split kayo ng ex mo, nung boyfriend mo or ka-relationship mo, and you feel so down, ako nag-write ako to calm me down. And yun yung nagiging nag-vent ako doon by writing poetry. Right? And so you're right. I guess, in a way, kung isusulat ko rin yung emotions ko na nafe-feel ko, baka
Yes.
Kasi
Yes.
minsan mainitin yung pag nag-init na
Yes.
ko, tumakbo ka na. Tipong
Oh,
ganun.
yeah.
So, I guess,
I really tell people that it's helpful kasi self-care is very important. Not all the time your friends are there. Not all the time. And then when your friends listen to your story, they can only listen to it one time. When you see them after a week and yung problema mo same pa rin, magsasawa na sa'yo yan. So you can only vent out once to friends. Hindi ka pwedeng maging sirang plaka paulit-ulit. So for me, yung very effective sa akin is really when I write, I talk to myself. Alma, why are you feeling this way? This person is telling this about you, but you know the truth. Someday the truth will set you free, ganyan, ganyan. Just be patient, blah, blah, blah. For the meantime, do this. Have a checklist of what you want to do to show the other person that you're way better than her or him.
Alam mo ako, ang sa akin naman, I write down, you know why I write things down? It's a record of what happened para down the road, meron ako evidence.
Yeah.
Lawyer
Right.
ko, lagi ko
Abogado ka.
Ebidensya to.
Yeah.
Ito, ganyan. Tapos, itong araw na to, ganyan. Itong araw na to, ganun na. But I shouldn't really be doing that. I'm just too analytical. Susulat ko yung, itong araw na to, ganito siya. Itong araw na to, ganun na. And ayoko na ng ganon. I don't want to do that anymore. Actually, Judge Carbajal Minelli, I was talking to her. She gave me some really sound advice about how I think because I'm very analytical and sometimes it's not really good for me because, kasi sa kanya, judge ka eh. So you weigh things. Ako, hindi eh. lawyer ako, so I push, di ba? But no, I'm not gonna do that anymore. We had a long talk today, and thank you so much. But anyway, so you're right. Siguro nga, writing down your emotions would be helpful.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, and once you write it down, nakikita mo di ba?
It becomes simpler. You feel better every time after you write. I always feel better every time. And for example, self-care is very important. You have to be dependent on yourself.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be dependent on other people when you're feeling low. You don't process with another person when you're feeling like anything negative, kahit pinakamaliit na negative.
Yeah.
You have to process it yourself first before you talk to other people. Kasi ako, like, when I'm processing something, I'm quiet. But when I talk, that means I have already processed it.
Yeah. Alam mo, may tanong ko sa'yo. Ito, episode ko last week. Oh, no, not here. It's in my podcast. So ito, quickly. I just wanna get your view of this. Kung ikaw ba may ex, I'm sure meron kang ex, di ba?
Of course. Hindi naman tayo major eh.
Paano ko ba itatanong? Okay, so meron kang, halimbawa, wala na kayo, inispitan ka. Kakawala ka ba? Or mangungulit ka pa? Guguluhin mo ba? I mean,
pag tapos na, as in all the topics are covered, I really let go and build my own planet. Kasi yung nanggaling ako sa planeta, nakasama siya eh. Then pag hiwalay, I build my new planet na.
I-reverse naman natin. Kung ikaw naman yung for example, meron kang partner na may ex. Anong feeling mo? Are you okay with the ex being in the life of your partner still? Hindi to asawa, hindi asawa may anak.
Yeah.
Siyempre, that normal lang. Yun eh. Pero yung wala, yung okay lang sa'yo?
Yeah. Kasi nasa like
hindi,
like
kung
like
alam
the person I'm seeing now, meron siyang super best friend na ex niya.
Ay, hindi super best friend. Yung gustong balikan. Yung gustong balikan. Gustong balikan.
If I feel that gustong balikan, then for me hindi ko pagbabawalan. I would give space.
Talaga? Ang bait mo, ang tapang ko, hindi pwede sa akin yun. See, and this is a good thing because people are different, right? People are different. You know, si Alma, she's very, open.
Bata ako, nung Cancerians tayo, very possessive ang Cancerians. Nung bata ako, talagang wow. Nakalagay sa bakod, di ba? Private property, do not trespass. Ganyan. Nakalagay yan. No trespassing private property. Ganun. Ngayon, pag may umaali-aligid, then sasabihin ko, ano ba gusto? Dalawa lang naman yan eh. If you're in a relationship, or if you want to be single, you cannot have both.
No, that's true. Diba? Yeah, exactly. Oo naman. Kasi hindi mo naman sila makokontrol eh, di ba? Pero yun nga lang, diba? Parang you choose. Doon ka o dito. Di ba?
Kung gusto mo ng buhay na paro-paro, be single. Date everyone. But if you cannot commit if you still want to see people.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's true. Alam mo, you will be, I would invite you to be a guest on my podcast, and yung pag-uusapan natin doon mas medyo ganitong topic.
Relationships.
Nag-introduction lang ako ng konti. Para lang, I just wanna see where you're at when it comes to, this. Because there are women who are different, diba? Well, every person is different anyways. But sometimes I'm thinking if I'm too strict, am I masyado ba ako matapang? But having said that, I guess naging ganito na rin ako, going back to being confident. Because para sa akin, parang, I'm confident enough, I'm comfortable in my own skin. Diba? So parang pag sa akin, kung ito, kung hindi, diba? Parang ganon. So, and kasi I've seen other people na hindi sila confident. So, yung parang sa akin, that's why I wanted to impart dito sa episode din na to na it's important to have confidence in yourself kasi it'll prepare you for what's coming sa buhay nyo. Hindi lang sa relationship, itong pinag-usapan natin, but sa career din. Kasi I've also had that in my career as a lawyer in Canada na I've been bullied by colleagues, 'di ba? Kasi puti sila. Yung ganon, ako iba. Yung I went through that, and if I did not believe in myself, wala na. Hindi ko kakayanin. So, it's important talaga. You're right. Yung self-care, it starts from there. If you love yourself, you'll take good care of yourself. That's the very first person you should take care of, yourself. Right? Parang sa eroplano, 'di ba, Alma? Sinasabi nila na pag bumagsak yung oxygen, unahin mo sarili mo.
Yeah.
Because big bago sila, because you cannot help them kung hindi mo tutulungan yung sarili mo, 'di ba? So, I think that's a very good thing. And you to the audience out there, you're wondering what this is all about, really. I think for me, this is all about confidence. That's why I invited a strong woman who, she's been through a lot. Imagine you heard her say, at an early age of 14, anong unang nasa utak niya? Help her family, di ba? And I'm sure if she was not confident, she can't even think the first thing to do to help. Wala. She'll be at a loss because if you're not confident, talaga. So I think ikaw, Alma, having heard your story, I think it's innate in you to be confident ka na talaga, nasa loob lang, di ba? Na-push lang talaga ng circumstances Because otherwise, hindi mo maiisip yun na tumulong Kasi kung takot ka, iiyak ka na lang wala kang gagawin. But because you believe in yourself, you believe you can do something for your father, for your family, di ba? And that comes from you believing in yourself. So, yun lang, to the audience, di ba, parang, I just want to, for people to realize, in case hindi pa nila nare-realize, I'm sure, especially the younger people, di ba, you have it in you, just find it, but you have to believe in yourself first and foremost. And my son asked me once, why, and he doesn't understand, he said, can I just ask you, where do you get your confidence from? And that's a very good question to answer, diba? To ask. Sabi ko, looking back, I think my confidence really came from one person believing in me first. That was my grandmother. She believed in me when no one did, And that kind of, kasi diba parang, ba't naniniwala siya sa akin? She's the only one who believed I can become a lawyer. Everyone else didn't, di ba? And you just need, and that's what I told my son, you just need one person. And that one person who believes in you, you look to them, and pag nakita mo, she believes in me. Sabi ko nga, then there must be something she sees in me. And then find it in yourself, right? Ikaw, anong mapapayo mo sa kanila? How will they build, where will they find their confidence? And ikaw din, where does your confidence come from, Alma?
Okay. To add to what you said, ang ganda-ganda ng sinabi mo, I want to share with everybody that sa mundo na to, it's a harsh world. It's a jungle out there. I recently had an experience with a friend, parang inapi siya. So I told her, you have to be respected through the way you dress up every day. Okay. Nung mga panahon na may gladiators, they had shields.
Mm-hmm.
Ngayon, modern day, you should have an invisible shield, which is you have to dress up properly so that you will be respected. It's a harsh truth na naape yung mga when you don't have the confidence and you show it to people, ang tendency maapit ka, whether it's at work or at school. So you have to be presentable all the time. It's not about vanity, it's about invisible shield, yung gladiator shield. So it's important to dress up every day. Now,
reality we're talking about too. It's reality because people
reality.
are very discriminatory.
Harsh reality.
People look, especially Filipinos, di ba tayo, pintasere mga Pinoy titingnan ka. And then people judge And it's sad, but it's true. You're right. People judge you by the way you look.
Yeah. So it's a reality that in the blink of an eye you're judged. It's
Yeah.
true.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
so part of my, whenever I give talks about personality developments, I always tell them your clothes is your invisible shield. You don't have to look like Heart Evangelista or dress up like, Kim Kardashian. Just have presentable clothing, shoes,
Mhm.
presentable watch, accessories like that. For you to appear confident without you lifting a finger, you have to dress up properly.
Mhm.
Talking about confidence and arrogance or conceit, ang belief ko sa confidence, it's like wearing the most expensive underwear.
Underwear
Yeah,
talaga.
yeah. No one knows it.
Secret.
Yeah. For example, di ba pag nagsuot ka ng, alam mo, mamahaling suot mo, kahit walang tatak,
Mhm.
hindi nakikita ng tao, but you know the feeling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Confidence for me is something like in a hidden box.
Mhm.
In a hidden box, but exudes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Without
you
you being noisy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ang paniniwala ko sa confidence is it's in a box na
Mhm.
kailangan mo buksan kapag kailangan.
Mhm. Mhm.
Kasi I met a lot of successful people who are humble. And I met successful people who are not humble.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
And people get turned off with arrogance.
Yeah.
And people get impressed with humility.
Oh yeah, and simplicity.
Yeah. So maganda yung confidence nakatago sa secret box.
Mhm.
Kailangan lang ilabas anytime. Kaya lang kapag sobrang humble ka, pwede kang maapi.
Yeah. Mhm.
So naniniwala ako sa kasabihang may pagkakaiba. There's a thin line between stupid and nice.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
can be nice, but you should never allow anyone to treat you as if you're stupid.
Mhm.
So how do you gain respect? Number 1, dress up well. Number 2, have the confidence in the secret box. Number 3, do your homework. Saan ka ba mahina? Mahina ka sa communications. Read
Exactly.
out loud every day.
Yeah.
Insecurity mo, people relations. Okay, you have to take the Myers-Briggs personality test. Kasi you have to embrace if you're an introvert.
Yeah.
If you're an introvert, embrace it. You have to
gotta get to know
accept it.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So you take the Myers-Briggs personality analysis. Basta type nyo sa Google Myers-Briggs.
Mhm.
Yung confidence is something that you do on your own time every day. So ang question ko sa inyo, what do you do when you're alone?
Mhm.
So ako kasi, as for me, when I'm alone, I exercise, I pray, I read.
Mhm.
So yung alone time, doon mag-grow, doon mo maiisip, saan ka ba insecure? And then work on it. Sulat mo yan sa isang column, I'm insecure about blah, 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 blah. Second column, lagay mo yung solution.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta
So,
work on it. Kung ano yung insecurity mo talaga, you really have to work on it.
At saka
Otherwise,
it shouldn't be overwhelming. The action shouldn't be grand, ha?
uh-huh.
You just have to take baby steps a day. For example, working out, 30 minutes walk lang a day.
I know.
Then, kasi guys, equal dapat ang physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, social,
Yan
emotional,
yung
social, square.
mental mo yan. That's important too, right?
Yo,
Sometimes, when you open your mouth, lumalabas na yung personality mo eh. Tsaka, yung anong alam mo eh sa buhay, di ba? Parang, dun din, minsan, once someone opens their mouth, parang, ay, ganun. Parang, di ba? So, you know, so parang, sa akin, you really need to improve on, like you said, everything, all aspects of you, right? Yung emotional end, yung read on something. And napansin ko, when you read a lot,
yes.
matututo ka eh. You know, wag ka lang,
Alam mo ba?
wag lang comics ha. Baka naman, tik-tik pa yun.
Self-help.
Ano yun? Comics, yun.
Every book every self-help book can improve your life. Every. So make sure, ako parati ako, anong favorite books mo, attorney?
Hardy Boys.
I mean, yung self-help, mga ganyan.
The Secret talaga. That's my favorite because it really helped me. Actually, Alma, one of these days, naisip ko na yun I want to talk about The Secret kasi it really helped me. It's really hard. It's so hard to follow. But once you master it, ay nako, ang galing. But until now, hindi ko pa na ma-master. Yung ano lang, in I guess, synopsis, gist lang of what The Secret is. It just tells you that what you think is what will happen, right? Nagmamanifest. Kung ano yung gusto mo, iniisip mo lagi, pinaniniwalaan mo, mangyayari yon. And sa isa ko palang aspect na nagawa yan, sa parking. Swerte ko sa parking. Na-master ko na yan. Pag magdadrive ako, confident ako na, ay nako, kahit punong-puno yan, meron yan para sa akin. And lagi yan. And I wish I can do that in every aspect of my life. Kasi pag nagawa ko yon, oh my gosh, diba? But it's hard to do. You gotta train yourself. And human nature maging negative diba? So, yun lang. The secret is positivity. Talagang positive thinking. So, we'll talk about that eventually. But guess what? We are at the end of our show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That you obliged. And we learned a lot from your experiences. And I hope the people out there who hasn't found their confidence yet, maybe this is the time, now you know what to do somehow, diba? Then do it. You're the only one who can help yourself. We can only tell you what we've been through, right? So, again, Alma, thank you. And once we're done, don't leave yet. We'll be talking pa. So, I just wanted to say thank you again so much to the audience. Thank you for watching. Again, I hope you watch the next episode. Ako po ulit si Attorney Maria Eleanor Rodriguez, ang inyong lingkod, ang inyong kaibigan, your source of information and legal counsel who has the Filipino community's best interest at heart dito po sa programang Konting Kaalaman, Malaking Katulungan. Thank you.